Hey Kurt, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Just thoughts of playing in the bowl game. I know, I'm sure you went to Nebraska, thinking that you would get the chance there, but to finally get here, what's it mean to you?
I'm pumped. I've always wanted to go, and I think we have a great opportunity, and I'm excited for it. I really am.
Was it just talking about kind of what were the frustrations of not being able to get there when you were in Nebraska?
We just had some tough breaks, and uh, you know, it was tough, but I had a great time there. So
Well, then just your teammates, who have been to the bowl game here, what have they told you about the trip? What are you most excited about? Playing in this game here on New Year's Eve.
yeah, I'm just everything that goes with it. The traveling, the week leading up to it. It's gonna be nice to be in some warm weather. And yeah, I'm just excited for the whole experience.
I don't know if you're what your plans are for next year, if you have another year of eligibility left or whatnot. But well, first off, I guess do you have another year of eligibility?
I do, yes.
You do, okay. So are you planning to come back or?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
plan.
Well, just what's this mean to you to going forward to next year? Getting the extra practices in, getting the extra time with the team.
Yeah, that's big time for these extra practices, especially for the young guys too. Reps are the most important thing, and you can never have too many. So I think it'll be good to build the whole team's chemistry to have these extra practices.
And then having Khalil, I know he pretty much announced on Twitter yesterday that he's going to be playing in the game. Having him one more time, what's that mean for you guys?
He's just a great leader. I mean, I expected nothing less of him. I mean, he's been just a dog for us. He's so dependable. So I'm really glad to have him out there.
What's it been like playing alongside him this year?
It just like it really calms your nerves, like third and long, and you see him next to you, and you just know we're gonna get the first down no matter what because he gets the job done always, and good
Sounds good.
leader.
Thanks a lot, Kurt.
Yep.
Hey, Kurt, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So take me back to the San Diego State game. You caught your first career touchdown. I mean, what was that moment like for you? What do you remember about that play?
Yeah, I mean, we had drawn that play up, kind of in the midweek, and we knew it was going to score. And when they called it, I was like, here we go. And it felt great. It was honestly everything I'd hoped. And yeah, I was on cloud nine for a little bit. Because
a lot of times tight ends get so little credit. I mean, to have that moment finally in your fifth year of your college career, how rewarding was that?
It was very rewarding. Just shows that hard work pays off, and you just got to stick with it no matter what.
As you look at this offense and Tim Plow's offense, how does the tight end fit into that offense, and what specifically is your role in that offense?
Well, we got to be able to do everything. Like I've said, we got to be able to stretch the field. We got to be able to run routes like receivers, and we got to be able to block as good as the linemen. So I like how he's been putting us in a bunch of motions, and we're lining up all over the field. And I think it gets the defense to adjust to us.
So. And with you coming back next season, I mean, the depth at tight end is pretty impressive. Riley, Tyneil, I'm curious about that dynamic. Obviously, having that much experience is great in preparation and helping you guys play better, but it also kind of limits you the snaps you're going to get on game day, right? I mean, what's that dynamic like?
I think we have a good rotation going. Coach Ridd puts us in a good position to all get, be a part of the game, and we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. So they do a good job of, dealing with all that.
Thanks, man. Good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Hey, Kurt, I'm a big fan of Coach Ridd. You've had him a full regular season now, plus obviously a training camp. What are your thoughts? When you talk to your parents or your closest, when they ask you what Coach Ridd is like, what are some of the things you tell them?
He's an OG, man. He's been around for a long time. He's just very smart. He knows the game. He's calm and collected always. he gives us all the information we need, when we need it. I feel like we're always prepared. There's never something we see that we weren't ready for, and he's a great position coach, great guy, great man as well.
You said just now the plan is for you to come back. What conversations, Kurt, have you had with Coach Ridd, Coach Plow, Coach Avalos about being a part of this team next year as a sixth-year guy?
I haven't had those conversations yet with them.
Do you have any idea? I guess it's after the bowl game when those conversations are going to take place. What's your timeline on that, Kurt? Because obviously, if for some reason they want to go in another direction, you still have a year to play, dude. You got to go play somewhere else. So how is that all shuffling together?
I'm just gonna wait. We're gonna get this bowl game done. We got a mission to accomplish, and then if they want to call me in and talk, then I'll be ready to talk and have that conversation.
You had more catches this year than your entire career at Nebraska. How do you feel you can help this team next year as a pass receiving tight end? Can you even do better than you did this year statistically?
Definitely. I think we can become a bigger part of the pass game, and I think it'll happen over time. And yeah.
Davis Cutter kind of compared Khalil Shakir to Deebo Samuel with the Niners, saying, just get the ball in his hands. I don't know how closely you follow the NFL or Deebo's game, but do you think that's a fair comparison? Or have you thought, hey, Shaq reminds you of a certain player, maybe that might be a household name? If so, who is that, Kurt?
That's a good comparison. I never really thought about that, but yeah, definitely get the ball in his hand, let him work. That definitely describes Khalil. You could even say he's D-Hop with how he can go up and get the ball aggressively, so.
Appreciate you, Kurt.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's up, Kurt?
What's up?
How are you, man? Hey, Kurt, prior to the San Diego State game, when's the last time that you got in the end zone?
Senior year of high school.
How much have you been just kind of waiting for that moment to happen?
4 or 5 years. Basically 5 years. Yeah.
Does it seem longer?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
As you were lining up for that play, knowing that there was a great chance that the ball was going to come to you and that highly likely you were going to score on that play, like kind of what was going through your mind? Were you nervous at all, or?
No, when you practice it all week, when it gets to the game, you're just like, all right, let's get it done. The nerves aren't really there. You're just focused on what you got to do.
I know oftentimes you tight ends don't get a lot of glory, still running routes as hard as you can, maybe to try to get other guys open. When you have George Halani in the lineup, though, as we saw in that touchdown, he clearly makes an impact when it comes to the play action game. So how much more valuable can he, or how much more potent can he make this offense just by his sheer presence?
Definitely, just like you said. People are going to bite on him getting the ball because he makes things happen when he gets the ball and he finds a hole. So, yeah, it feels great to have him back there, and he makes plays happen where you don't even think there's going to be a play made. So it's great.
Kurt, what have you seen out of your quarterback, Hank Bachmeier? Andy said that after the last game that he's been wearing a knee brace. He's been wearing it for a while, and he's been wearing it for a reason. What have you seen out of your quarterback over the last 2 months specifically?
I'd just say mental and physical toughness. He's been a great leader. He's just stayed neutral through all of this, and I know he catches a lot of slack, and he gets he just has games where he gets hit pretty hard, but he never really shows it. He's always the same Hank, and I think everyone respects that a lot about
him. Coach has said that you guys can go home for Christmas. Do you plan to head home for a few days?
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's going to be a pretty quick turnaround.
I know. I'm excited for it. Gonna be a lot of traveling, but it's definitely it's great that they worked that out.
When they announced that you guys are playing after Christmas, probably to some degree, it was a little, I don't know, disappointing is the right way to say it, but maybe concerning. But but the fact that they allowed you guys to go home for Christmas, how much did that mean to you guys in terms of just the ability to maybe see some family and recharge a little?
Yeah, I think that was big for everyone. For me personally, I didn't care when the bowl game was. It could have been January. I just wanted to go place. So, yeah, that's a good deal.
Awesome. Kurt, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Follow-ups from anybody before we let him go?
I got one then. Why not?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Kurt, just curious, man. How much do the coaches, or I mean, your specific group, how much do they still bring up John Bates? I mean, when John was here, everybody always wanted that guy to get more targets, and sometimes I feel like it overlooked his physicality and the fact that, man, that guy was damn good as a blocker. Not always as sexy as catching 10 balls in a game or whatever, but like, how much does he still use as an example in your guys' room?
Well, I never got the pleasure of meeting John Bates, but I've heard all about him, and he's on a lot of the teach tapes, obviously, because he was just a technician with his blocking and his route running. So whenever we put in a new scheme that that maybe they've done in the past with John, there's usually a tape of him doing it perfectly. So it's a great learning tool, and he's been doing a great job in the NFL. We like to keep track of how he's doing with the Washington football team.
What do you feel like he was best at? Like, what do you see him do and be like, man, I got to be like that?
Just the way he plays the game, and his blocking physicality is very you don't see that very often. He blocks like I don't even know how to describe him, man. He's just a great blocker.
Agreed. Thank you, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last call. Anybody else? All right. Hey, Kurt, we appreciate the time, and we'll see you as we get down to Arizona. Thank you.
All right. See you then. Thanks, guys.